we were saying
We're talking,
clan mothers. Yeah,
yeah.
we were continue on. We had a little battery issue.
Well, Moses and Aaron buried the ark at the Temple Mount. They were the only two witnesses in the tabernacle. Nobody could see the ark, so if you wanted to know something about the ark, you had to get the knowledge from Moses and Aaron. And they buried the ark. It hasn't been seen for 2,000 years till you've seen the movie come out, Indiana Jones and the Lost Ark. Nobody would tell where it was. Okay? Until World War II, Hitler went on to Africa. He was after the ark. In that war, warriors of the Six Nations were listed as warriors of the Six Nations. They didn't know why, because they were going after the ark. And it wasn't these pilgrims that had a right to carry it. It was who?
The native
Yeah,
clans.
exactly.
Tell the people what kind of people are in Egypt. Why we're talking about Egypt. Some of the people they don't know. Especially the BIKEYAH people don't really identify with Egypt and why we're speaking about it. In my language, we would call Isis and Ramesses in my language Johana and Klehana or vice versa. Klehana Johana. And then from there, there's a creation story about how they travel the sky and how we fall under them here on the Hassan Turtle Island. But they don't really know all that it's in a place called Egypt, and these are Isis and Ramesses, some of the native people and all people out there. They don't really know that these people are a certain.
Well, over there you have Ba 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 Ra and Ba 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 Ra, but they all get their main information from the sun god Ra. He was the original Ra, the original one. He was the feathered serpent. You get me? That's why over the doorways in Egypt you see the feathered serpent. That means he's the opener of the upworld and the underworld. You get me? He had the key to the underworld. In other words, the dead will speak. That's why as native people we do ceremonies for our ancestors, and the ancestors speak to who? Us. And we speak for those yet to come. So we're speaking for those in the ground, given the underworld, and those here and those that passed. And that's the portal, huh? Thoth had the serpent staff. If the Pharaoh wanted to sit there, he has to swear to uphold what? The law of one. In other words, you want to sit there, and that's what the judge says. I have to uphold the law.
Which would be, in my language, we call that great law. The great law.
The law of one.
Beauty, yes.
Yeah.
The great law.
We're one with everything.
All beauty.
We're one with the people. Again, we're one with those, the underworld, this world, and the afterworld. In Egypt, they go like this. Why? The heart is the center chakra to the universe. It didn't mean we have power. It means we're one with galactic center. And the heartbeat is the drum. That's why we play the drum. Boom. Get me? That's the heartbeat of creation. And it's real. You see the vessels of Ra, it's a heart. And underneath the vessel, you see this symbol, the circle and the dot. That's galactic center. And you also see that symbol. It's called the circumpope. Not the Pope of Rome. That's galactic center. They just want to be that. You get me? And the heart symbol sits on galactic center. Okay? That's why we go like this.
And that's where we're coming from today.
Guardians of the galaxy.
We're coming from up above, so below, here at the constellation of the Blue Heron. And through that chakra that we all pray to,
it's the bird.
Is the bird, and it's a certain chakra there on that constellation.
Within that constellation is the throat chakra, and when that opens, he's connected to that vortex. That vortex is galactic center, which aligns once every 26,000 years. One full cycle of the galaxy lines up, and this is where the gamma rays come in to this symbol, and this is where Thoth is holding that serpent staff. That's the double-headed serpent. And when you look in Egypt, you look at all the women's statues, you'll see the feathered serpent. He raises the consciousness of the people and opens their minds, connecting their minds and their hearts. When that happens, then their keyways open, and then the solar bolt through the gamma rays with his serpent wisdom is the paddle. See, that's why in the longhouse we sing and we walk, dance like we're in the canoe, which we are through these teachings. You with me? And in your, I don't know how you've expressed that passage. You know, maybe it's a canoe. I don't know, but other cultures have the same thing too. Yes. Even the Scandinavian.
It's
yeah,
also,
it's
also in our ceremonies, so it's
exactly.
to all the clans and tribes out there across Turtle Islands and all across the seas. Continue to be close to the fire and eat your medicines, study the stars, and exactly. Participate in these ceremonies, in your winter solstice ceremonies now. And
yeah,
we want to be in contact with you. My name is Nene, and this is Gawanyatis, and we are up here at Akwesasne, Canada. Imaginary line here. And we restored the authority here through this sacred knowledge that we're sharing here today, by court cases, by the knowledge of Egypt. I want to share the part that they had clans, just like you and I and you. We have clans, a bloodline heritage through our mother's bloodline, who are the allodial title, daughters of the Great Spirit, a supreme authority here on the land. And they recognize this, these invaders, these foreigners, these visitors, these people who we welcomed onto these Turtle Islands. They did not have clans, and they did not have constitutions. They did not have these ways that we are holding on to keep authority and to keep it Turtle Island, and to have this foundation of a traditional law and custom. And so again, from Akwesasne and BIKEYAH, the people of the Flint, people of the Longhouse up here, the Turtle Clan, the Wolf Clan, and the Guaho, especially here on the home Turtle Clan and the Guaho Clan. And Ogwali, the bear, yeah, the little brother, there.
Are in the stars. The bear in Egypt, you'll see the frail and the little frail. That's the bear, okay. And the North Star feeds that. That North Star is your pineal gland. That's why we have medicine men. They're feeding the people with the knowledge that comes in when the pineal gland opens. And the Wolf Clan, he stands on the turtle's back. And you see the temple of the feathered serpent is shaped like a turtle. And the galleyway is the Milky Way. And that's where the feathered serpent traveled in the stone canoe. In other words, he brought peace to all tribes. Serpent wisdom. And then he went across the water and he established the World Council Fire over there. In other words, he brought peace to the world. And this was said at the 13 Bakhtun, right at the fire. When he returns, he's going to come to this fire right here, like he did before, and he's going to cross the water and bring peace to the world one more time. Because it's all written in stone. Some people say it's written on the emerald tablet, okay? Some people, and it's all written in stone. Everything I'm saying about, everything I talk about.
Only God's write in stone. So that's where we're coming from today.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening, and thank you to the BIKEYAH people. Now.
How many minutes was that?